Well, Tipperary's record in All-Ireland semi-finals is pretty impressive. They played in 31, winning 25 and losing 6. And here in Croke Park, we have a moment's silence as we remember and pass on our sympathies to the O'Brien and Quirk families. Thomas O'Brien from Toomevara, brother of Tipperary senior hurler John O'Brien and former Tipperary hurler Paddy O'Brien, and young Alan Quirk, 11 years of age, from Lattencullen, who passed away this week. Our thoughts are with the O'Brien and Quirk families. So here we are, August 19 to 2012, with the two counties that have dominated the game of hurling over the last number of years. Tipperary and Kilkenny have met 22 times previously in the championship, with Tipperary winning 13 times, Kilkenny 9. The scene is set, the Battle of Croke Park begins. A place in the All-Ireland final on the 9th of September against Galway awaits. TJ Reid lays it off quickly as Kilkenny, playing against the breeze, get the very first score. After just 12 seconds of play, Aidan Fogarty ends the move with a defence-splitting movement that began with TJ Reid, and there's a row down at the other end in front of Hill 16, and the referee is making a dash down there to try and stop what was going on while Aidan Fogarty was scoring the opening point. The linesman is there as well, and certainly, and already in its centre between the 45 and 65 there's another row. This is an incredible start, and obviously the referee Kyle McAllister in his second All-Ireland semi-final is waving them all away, telling them all to cop on basically and get on with the game of hurling. Obviously tempers are frayed, the tension is palpable, and the business of getting to the All-Ireland final has to be sorted out.
Yeah, well, Marty, unbelievable off the ball stuff there. Jackie Turle is picking up Lara Corbett, Lara's trying to get away, Tommy Walsh is on Tar Burke, Brian Hogan is on Bonner Mara. They're all gone man to man, the Kilkenny backline.
Come back there is Michael Finlay. Patrick Bonner Marr lays it off. Tipperary trying to take advantage of the breeze in the opening half. Is this a very quick response? It's not. Ball goes wide off the stick of Noel McGrath.
And we talk about, Marty, about players not having positions, but they've really moved on. This is bringing it to a new level. Colin Fennelly's at right half forward for Kilkenny. Richie Power at centre forward. Tommy Walsh has got a yellow card now.
Tommy Walsh, while you were speaking there, Michael, had a little bit of an entanglement with Lara Corbett, and the words are being exchanged. And Lara Corbett is now chasing after Tommy Walsh in a verbal exchange. But certainly Colin McAllister spotted it and gave a yellow card immediately to Tommy Walsh.
And Jackie Turle is keeping very, very close tabs on Lara Corbett off the ball. He's absolutely all over him, and they're trying to move around to make space. But I was just saying, everybody has moved. Colin Fennelly is at right half forward, Richie Power at centre forward, Aidan Fogarty at left half forward, TJ Reid at right corner, Owen Larkin at full, and Henry Shefflin at left corner. All the Kilkenny forwards have moved around, and Tipper doing the same down the other end of the field.
Thomas Stapleton with the sideline cut. Kilkenny retrieve possession against the wind, remember, and certainly the wind has increased since the minor game was completed between Tipperary and Galway earlier, with Tipperary winning a place in the final. Comes back outside towards Michael Finlay. Grabbed instead by a half-forward line that will, well, positions mean little or nothing here. There's a break inside, gathered here by Brian O'Mara, taken down inside the arc, and there are shoulders being exchanged. There are certainly words being exchanged And certainly this momentum has really, it's a blistering start by both Tipperary and Kilkenny, and all the tactical games being played by both managers.
Well, I'm delighted the game is on, Marty. There's so much talk for the last week. I was nearly, for the first time in my life, I was fed up with talking about a game, and just what a start. It'll settle down, but and that's what Brian O'Mara, I think, brings to this Tipperary forward line this year, that sort of physicality. I think they learned last year they didn't have that type of a ball winner up front, and Brian O'Mara has been a key man throughout the year so far, and won that ball well and is fouled.
And Lara Corbett just getting a little bit of medical attention as he dons his helmet. This is how he got hit earlier. There's Lara Corbett and Jackie Turley. You can see there was just a knock there between them. Not quite clear from that camera perspective.
Yeah, might have just got tangled up in his face guard, and those face guards are causing a lot of little nicks around the eyes and that.
Top scorer, Pa Burke, with a goal and 21 points coming into this championship. All-Ireland semi-final, gets his first point.
Yeah, and a real confidence player, Marty. You know, he scored 6 goals, I think, for Thurles in the championship there a couple of weeks ago, 6-3, and you know, he'll be looking for a good start.
Tuck out by David Herity. And once again, as Tipperary go into the attack, Brian O'Mara trying to lay it back for his Lara Corbett. Pass wasn't great, comes instead to Shane McGrath. Nice turn. What about the shot? It's classy. Shane McGrath. Great score by the young hurler from Ballinahinch in North Tipperary.
Yeah, super score. Marty just, you know, knew where the posts were, as we say in hurling. He never looked, just knew where he was in the field, had no time, and that's a super score.
Tuck out a lengthy one from David Herity. Comes down first, Conor O'Mahony. Steps away from the challenge. Goes long again up towards Brian O'Mara and Bon O'Mara, who's operating in the full forward line. Coming forward is Paul Murphy. Nice skill by the cornerback. Takes a lovely step and drives it long towards Brendan Cummins. Good hands out of the veteran goalkeeper in his 71st championship match. 37 years of age since the 11th of May. The ball coming back to him again as Kilkenny go into the attack, and that is a brilliant score by Michael Fennelly. Scored a point against Limerick, scores a point against Tipperary.
Yeah, Brendan Cummins' clearance, Marty, a little bit loose out to Thomas Stapleton, and you know, he's going to be nervous enough without that, and Michael Fennelly picks it up and straight over there. Great score as well.
Level for the second time in this All-Ireland semi-final. Ball sent in this time by Brendan Marr, swinging to the right and hopping over the end line and wide. Well, we've had 5 minutes of action. Let's see what happened here, Michael.
Thomas Stapleton, Michael Fennelly got inside the elbow there, and yes, Thomas Stapleton was very wild there, but he didn't, you know, he obviously missed him. But a great score by Michael Fennelly, you know, and that's what, he's the key man back for Kilkenny now, and his power is going to be very, very crucial in this game.
Loose ball picked up this time by Conor O'Brien, playing really well. The ball has gone inside to Noel McGrath. Hegarty has to come off his line. It's back there still. McGrath, it's all over the place, and it's scooped away as Kilkenny live dangerously. Comes out first Tommy Walsh, drops it down into the centre towards Brian Hogan, who flicks it out towards his midfielder Michael Rice. Goes long down towards TJ Reid, selected instead of Richie Hogan. Ball inside, who's obviously out for this particular match, and it's TJ that's battling hard for it. Owen Larkin is in there as well. Ball comes out towards Colin Fennelly. Linesman John Sexton indicates that it is a Kilkenny ball.
The ball breaks inside there, and Noel McGrath, if he got the first touch, it was a certain goal. It broke away from him, and good little touch there by David Herity, and just got it away.
Sideline ball is not great. It comes first Michael Cahill, another Pearl Sarsfield's man. Goes for distance, dropping down towards Brian Hogan, and Hogan, magnificent under the high ball. Gives it down towards his captain Owen Larkin. Fouled by Conor Mahoney. Free to Kilkenny on the 45-metre line. Difficult enough angle.
Yeah, and interesting, Henry Shefflin coming out to take the free. The last day against Limerick, I was very surprised to see Richie Tower starting on the frees, and I think he missed 4 of the first 5. And I don't know what message Brian Cody was trying to send out that day, but Henry didn't like it. He scored 2 goals in the first half, and he's back now doing what he does best, taking the frees there as well.
That gives you a pretty good idea of the angle that Henry Shefflin is facing. 10 points against Dublin, 1-8 against Galway, 2-6 against Limerick, and his very first point in the All-Ireland semi-final of 2012.
Yeah, very even start, and just interesting. Brian Hogan, I think, won 2 great high balls already off Bonner Maher, and Bonner's going to want to get into the game and stop Brian Hogan dominating.
Kilkenny working hard, sending the ball up towards O'Larkin. Was he being held? O'Larkin is found guilty by the referee, saying he was pushing, not the other way around. So it's a free out for Brendan Cummins and for Tipperary.
Yeah, tall Corn getting out in front. There was very little in that, you know. He just used his body, and I don't know, I think a lot of those balls are very 50-50, and you can I think the forward sometimes, being the next forward himself, you get pulled for those, or maybe a back could get away with it.
Well, Brendan Cummins has only scored once in his inter-county career. That was against Kilkenny in the 2010 All-Ireland final. Wind assisted, he's dropping this one in. Dangerous ball, great catch under the crossbar as Kilkenny come forward. That's Kieran Joyce coming, laying it off as again they go for distance. TJ Reid, Michael Cahill tries to back it down. There is Tariq Marr has to throw the sliotar high up into the air in case of being blocked. Good work this time by Richie Power, lays it off inside. Chance of an opportunity here, and it's well taken. Aidan Fogarty with his 2nd point of the match, and Fogarty beginning to pose problems for Tipperary as he got inside the cover. Really good score.
Yeah, he's a very direct hurler, but just interesting there, Tariq Maher going back towards the goals, and that's something I think that Kilkenny will be working on, stopping him clearing those long balls up the field and to put the pressure on him straight away there.
Every puck out from Brendan Cummins going down in front of that far over side towards Noel McGrath. This one is floating in. Again, it's Kieran Joyce playing well. That's 2 fine patches that he's produced in this game. Up into the clouds goes Michael Finlay, trying to get away from the touch. 2 Tipperary lads chasing after. Still Finlay doing what Pat Delaney did back in the 70s, hopping the sliotar on the surface, but he loses possession. Noel McGrath gives it to Conor O'Mahony. Conor trots away, confident that a white flag will be raised, and that's exactly what's after happening down at the Hill 16 end, and it is now 4 points to 3 as Tipperary produce the goods.
That's a great score, Marty, but I think you'll get it. You know, people at home get a sense for how strong the wind is. That last free by Brendan Cummins and that puck there by Conor O'Mahony. Great catch by Richie Power.
What a catch by Richie. What a point by Richie Power. Straight from David Herity's puck out. Grabbed the sliotar in the air. No hanging about, no messing. Just drove it between the posts.
Yeah, he's very strong in the air. But just saying about the wind, Marty, it is strong in his favour in tip, so Kilkenny will be very happy with this start.
Brendan Cummins needs to change the direction of his puck-outs as Kilkenny begin to win that side. Again, it comes down towards O'Larkin. Brendan Cummins has to come out bravely on the ball. Hand passes it down the centre towards Conor O'Mahony. Great block down by Richie Power as Kilkenny chase absolutely everything. This is Brendan Marr sending it over diagonally over towards Brian O'Mara. Has to go on the motorbike to try and get over there, but the sideline comes a little bit too quickly. Sideline ball for Kilkenny.
Yeah, Brendan Cummins there showing all his experience, you know, getting out the ball, wins a great ball and uses his body and drives out with it, and super goalkeeping. Yeah, I thought Conor O'Mahony was a bit slow on the ball. You know, he had more time. He took a long time to clear the ball, and a great block down there by Richie Power.
Not a great sideline cut, however. Michael Finlay works tirelessly, but he'd stepped out over the sideline, it would appear. And James McGrath, the linesman over there, says that it is a Kilkenny ball in his 14th championship year, Brian Cody. You see James McGrath with his flag up there. Going to be a sideline cut for Kieran Joyce.
And interesting, Marty, you know, Kilkenny are going with a man marking policy. What Tip should do is move their forwards back into their original positions and see will Tipperary, you know, get the Tipperary backs out of position, because all they're doing at the moment is running around. None of them are playing a position, and all Kilkenny are doing is picking up loose ball, and Michael Finlay in particular in the middle of the field helping out the half back line, and you know, I think Tip are playing into their hands at the moment.
Shane McGrath working hard and winning himself a free. And going to take it is Pa Burke.